Let's take a look at the Hungaroring in Budapest. 2.738 miles, 14 turns in total. They describe this place as Monaco without the barriers. Just the one DRS zone and 14 corners, but it's a fan favourite. Good exit out of the last corner and then booted hard on the run down towards turn number 1. Now, it's a downhill braking zone as well, and it's quite treacherous in the wet. So take a long sweep in, third gear, inside line. You're already on the power at the exit with the DRS open as you run down towards the kink at turn 2. It's sort of a double apex hairpin. You sort of throw the car in and hope it sticks to the centre of the track. Kink at 3 rises you up the hill towards turn number 4. Right at the top of the hill, fast speed, down 2 gears, flick the car in, don't go all 4 wheels off the track. Now it narrows up as well. Up through 6, 7 and 8 chicane is really tricky. Single file, nasty bumps either side. It really unsettles the car. Now this is the most feared part of the track. Single file, quite quick, sort of Mickey Mouse, backwards and forwards. Think Maggotts and Beckett's, but a lot tighter. Out of turn 11 and 12, the car wants to open up and sing, but it's sort of held back. It's like you've got a dog on a lead. Down now in towards turn 12, flick the car in, back on the accelerator. Turn 13, lovely. Concrete inside, nice and slippery in the wet, but nice and dry and grippy coming in the race. Last corner, turn 14, similar to what we have at the Nürburgring. Flip the car in, take a nice tight line, a lot of power at the exit. You can keep up across the line, and that is a lap of the Hungaroring. The story so far.
Sprint race yesterday at the Hungaroring would kick off things for round 8 of the FIA Formula 3 Championship. Gabriele Mini would lead us from pole position as he chased his second win of the season. Some finding the barriers and finding the grass on the first lap in what was a hectic start to the race. It was a battle of tyre degradation. Gabriele Mini was the best of it as he took his second win of the season. And Nikita Bedrin behind would take a first podium for Genza. Well,
hello everybody, welcome to FIA Formula 3 here at the Hungaroring. We are 4 minutes away from the parade lap and getting this feature race underway. The timing towers yet to reset themselves as well, so it's quite hard to talk about what we're going to see going through the grid until it comes up on the screen, but we are going to be in for a very interesting round of the championship. It's bright sunshine as well, which is exactly what we needed after a little bit of a cool start yesterday. But we should be in for an interesting race. Alongside me in the commentary box at the moment is Omi with Sentinel on his way. So Omi, you've got about 10 seconds. You looking forward to today?
Yep. And also the feature race was reduced to 19 laps due to the tyre wear risk. We'll get more into that, but it's going to be a great race from the front of the field.
So back to 19 laps as well, rather than the 24 that was predicted. Sentinel's just joined in the commentary box. We'll let him get set up for a few minutes and get through the grid as it now pops up on your screen. 19 laps ahead of us, the rescheduled call. As we take a look at Gabriele Bortoleto as well, who lines up down there on the grid. Our championship leader is in 8th position. Seems like we've got a few more seconds until the grid gets formed. There's a little bit of a delay in proceedings. The FIA have apparently had an issue with the starting procedure, so we haven't delayed the formation lap. It's still there. So good. I'll just let you say quickly. Good morning, Sim.
Good morning. It's bit early.
I know. As I put on my Instagram last night, whoever decided to put this start time, I have a certain set of skills. I will find you, and you can go further there. But yeah, so Montoya and Tissot have resumed according to the driver tracker, which is always great news. I'm just waiting for the FIA starting grid, but it's not coming up, so I'll read you through it anyway. It's Row 1, Zach O'Sullivan and Dino Boganovic. Then it's Leonardo Forlaroli ahead of Franco Colapinto. Ollie Goethe alongside Paul Aron, Johnny Edgar and Gabriel Bortoletto. Then we go down with Christian Mansell and Nicola Tusolo, Nikita Bedrin and Gabriel Mini, Jose Maria Marti and Gregoire Saucy, Maria Boyer alongside Caitlin Frederick, Taylor Barnard and Luke Browning, Sebastian Montoya alongside Hugh Barter, Ida Cohen and Maxwell Esterson as well. Further down on the timing screens, we'll see Alessandro Garcia at 23rd, then Kyle Collette, Rafaela Villa-Gomez, Wu Hin Shin alongside Sophia Flörsch, Roberto Ferreira, Tommy Smith and Oliver Gray down in 30th position. We should be experiencing, I think, Synth, a very interesting race ahead of us as we get ready for the formation lap.
Yeah, unfortunately I wasn't, of course, there yesterday with the Formula 3 race, and I wasn't also really able to follow it, so but assuming it's Formula 3, so it probably was a very good race. But it's usually for Hungary, it's a very nice track for racing, so well, I'm really looking forward to this one.
There's a yellow flag out on the circuit already. Now that could be for a driver who has stalled his engine or hasn't quite got it set up. So we'll keep a look at it. 19 laps will be the call instead of the scheduled 24, as Omi has said. So we're going to take that now and get that correctly adjusted. So 19 laps, the same distance as what we saw yesterday. Away we head then on the formation lap here for FIA Formula 3, and there is a staller. And I can't quite tell who it is on the timing screen. Is it Victor Martins? Oh, they've all got going now, so while that yellow flag was out, I don't know. That's a bit of a weird one, but it should be a good race, I hope, Omi, as well. Yesterday, you were in the box with race number 1. A lot of drama and a lot of action. Oh, we do have a staller right at the back. And is that? I think that's Tommy Smith, who's in 19th position. He's got going.
Yeah, Tommy Smith has a Van Amersfoort call. It wouldn't be Tommy Smith. So so
it's Oliver Gray.
Yeah, Oliver Gray. But the yellows were out for the wrong person, and it was basically useless. However, his is starting good, very late though.
On the formation lap as well. That's new.
A bit weird.
So we're back in the 1980s with BBC F1. Okay. Here's your starting grid then. Zach O'Sullivan and Dino Boganovic alongside Leonardo Forlaroli and Franco Colapinto, Ollie Goethe, Paul Aron, Johnny Edgar, Gabriel Bortoletto, Christian Mansell and Nicola Tusolo has a penalty. Nikita Bedrin alongside Gabriel Mini as well. That was P12. And 13th, Jose Maria Marti and Gregoire Saucy. Maria Boyer and Caitlin Frederick, Taylor Barnard alongside Luke Browning as well. And then 19th, Sebastian Montoya, retired yesterday. Hugh Barter, Ida Cohen and Maxwell Esterson, Alessandro Garcia, Kyle Collette also collecting up a penalty as well. And then further down, we see Rafaela Villa-Gomez with a penalty, Wu Hin Shin alongside Sophia Flörsch, Roberto Ferreira, Tommy Smith with a penalty, and Oliver Gray down in 30th place as well.
So no interview then over here.
Yeah.
So are they going to play it during like safety cars or something?
Probably, yeah.
They are very delayed, I have to say.
Yeah, we are. We are 10 minutes delayed to the starting procedure, we found out. That's why the FIA have been having problems with the timing gantry. They couldn't get the system to reset. This race was supposed to be off at 7:20, which is 7 minutes ago. That's when we came on air because of the delay to the procedure. But we're getting ready, Synth, for a good getaway. So basically, 45 minutes, new tyres. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, absolutely. And from P2 on the grid, I think it's a pretty good spot. It's maybe easier to get away better than the pole sitter. So let's see what we can see from the start.
Timing tower's gone French again. It's not making any sense to me whatsoever. That's the expression, by the way. As it's now gone off on one side of the monitor. Hopefully that'll come back shortly on your side of the screen, because it's not working on mine. So we'll adjust that if needs be in a few moments' time. But Zach O'Sullivan will line up on pole position. Dino Boganovic in P2. The light procedure will come on. It's a standard formation. Green flag in the back. The lights come on. The feature race is about to be underway. And it's a good start by Zach O'Sullivan. He gets away from Dino Beganovic, and they all fall into the line as they run down towards turn number 1. Colapinto as well, trying to go around the outside, hasn't worked out. 3 cars going wide further back. Involved in that is also the championship leader, Gabriel Bortoleto. He's backed out of it. They all make it through cleanly at turn 1. There's a car a little bit wide, one of the MP Motorsports as well. I don't think it's Johnny Edgar, so it must be the other one of Maria Boya, as we're on board with Paul Aron battling over 5th position just ahead, and that's Gabriel Bortoleto. And there is Johnny Edgar trying to go around the outside, getting a bit close over 6th and 7th position, and since they've all made a decent getaway as they went up the hill.
Yeah, very good start then. Paul Aron, just like on his race lap, had a lot of smoke on his where he started, so I'm not sure why that was the reason, but he dropped down a little bit and gained back the position he lost, so he's still in 6th place.
Omi as well, perfect getaway as they come through the chicane. Few little cars getting forced out, but it's a good, clean start. It's exactly what we wanted to see.
Absolutely, exactly what we wanted to see. They're all battling through the mid-pack though. However, Sullivan getting the start, and he wasn't getting slipstreamed too much down there. No one was able to pull out alongside, so that was great. But all of them looks like have been able to get through. So a clean opening lap like we wanted.
Yep, and Sullivan leading the way. That is what we wanted as well. Good getaway as Beganovic stays in 2nd. Foloroli 3rd, and it is Franco Colapinto. Goethe still P5. Timing screen Delta pops back in, which is perfect, as side by side in towards the last 2 corners. That was Maria Boya, and off the track goes Nikita Bedrin as well. Gregoire Saucy getting a little bit of exit curb. So lap 1 complete then. We're on to the 2nd lap of this race, and so much drama expected. They've got to take care not to throw it away immediately. Like that, side by side further back. That's Montoya getting passed by Kyle Collette through the last 2 corners. And then up the inside, that's going to be a battle for Gregoire Saucy. And a little bit of drama. Saucy's got the inside line, and he will stay ahead of Taylor Barnard. But Barnard's got the inside line coming uphill towards turn 4 and sweeps back through. Saucy was on the outside. He can't make it through at turn 4 like that. It's a difficult track to overtake at Synth as well, but fair dues for Barnard. He actually defended incredibly well.
Yeah, absolutely, and we see that turn 1 and 2, that's the best overtaking spot. Maybe in Formula 3 you can find another few spots on this track to get yourself an overtake, but turn 4 definitely is not the corner to go around the outside, even in Formula 3. So, yeah, when Barnard was on the inside, we knew it was over for Saucy for now.
So it's now becoming a bit of a follow-me leader as we see Ida Cohen trying to dive up the inside of Hugh Barter in the Campos and making that move stick down at turn 12. That was predictable. And so far now, a calm opener to the race. That's what we like to see. It's what we wanted to expect. As the field now, DRS has been enabled, and that's going to allow Foloroli to have a run on Dino Beganovic into turn 1. And now the DRS train activated, which is what we didn't want to see. There's some opening lap interest, and now we're just going to sort of hang around. Here's the start, though, Sid.
Yeah, so good start from O'Sullivan from P1. You can see the smoke a little bit from Aaron's car, but then we can see big slipstream towards turn 1, but not enough for Beganovic to try and attack him. Foloroli did try and get past Dino Beganovic, but couldn't make that stick as well, as he went on the inside, but didn't brake too much later. As 3 wide in the back as well, there are many battles going on, but everybody making out turn 1 without any contact. This is what happened to Marty in lap 2. Trying to get past it, I think that's Mini.
Yeah, forced off. Yeah, cut the corner.
But yeah. 90 if he went all the way around the outside there.
He let the position back through, which I think was crucial as well. So he
you don't want to be getting a 5-second penalty at all in this field. That
we saw yesterday. Drivers getting penalties and their race being not only ruined but completely destroyed. Another battle. Christian Mansell battling with that's not Mansell. That is Mansell battling with Bortoleto, but behind it's going. That is Nicola Tusolo battling with Jose Maria Marti. Yeah. As I was looking at the timing screen trying to work that one out because the graphics were wrong on my side. Fastest lap, 1:35.685 to Zach O'Sullivan. As we see Marty pulling to the inside line now on Tusolo down towards turn number 1. He pulls into the slipstream as well. He's got the DRS. He goes late on the brakes, turns in. Lovely move from Marty. And he'll have the DRS to exit quicker, but so does Tusolo. Is that going to come anything back into turn 2? No, Marty's secured the move and shut that door, and nothing else going to happen. So a nice opener here to this Hungarian feature race, and fingers crossed it stays good. So the last thing we need is
well,
a
I think
dull
we
race.
need more action, don't we, Josh?
Yeah.
We need more action in this still. We can't just continue in these positions to the end. Come on, someone. Go for some late sends. It looks like Marty's going to be the one currently.
And Taylor Barnard has passed Nikita Bedrin, so Bedrin's down to 16th place now. Very unusual situation
and
happening
he's-
there.
2 corners ago, he's been passed by Boya, so he's dropped down 2 positions very soon, in very few corners. So maybe struggling a little bit, Nikita Petrin.
Wondering why I'm sat down. I've had to take my shoe off. That's why I'm sat down at the moment to come in. Bortoletto is being chased by Mansell. We're watching this little battle now. Our championship leader in 8th position. Got extended his lead yesterday as well.
God, not too much has happened. So I think I think it's fine. He won't jump up unless something dramatic happens.
Yeah, it's 15 to go now. It's all about tyre saving. As we saw yesterday, everyone's tyres were destroyed at the end of the race, and that was 19 laps. Today was 24. We were all going, oh, everyone's going to blow their tyres. But no, they've reduced the distance down to 19 laps in order to make it a little bit more easier on everyone. However, that does mean we'll be out of here quicker. So there's more gap between this one and F2.
Yeah. Boya past Mini, or going wheel to wheel still. Barnard past Mini, the Mini dropping down. Saucy wheel to wheel Bedouin. Now this is when I start predicting what's going on once again, like yesterday.
Yes, and you got it right
Bedouin ahead
yesterday.
of Saucy. Because, well, sadly, we don't get to see lower battles, especially in Formula 2. They completely just ignore the ones for 16, 17 when there's nothing going on at the front.
Yeah.
So,
Right, just done my laces back up. Let's take a replay. I can't see the screen, guys. There we go.
So Montoya's going wheel to wheel with Kyle Collette, but we're not looking at that right now.
That's Boya
Yeah.
getting past. I think that's Nikita Petrin, and in the back, so, I think that's
Mini.
Saucy making an overtake as well.
This is on board with Mini,
Yeah.
who got past. He's going to get swamped here by 2 drivers. That's dangerous. And Gabriel Mini, of course, won yesterday in the sprint race. He was allowed to keep that win, I'm delighted to tell you, after he was under investigation for a grid procedure infringement. He was fined, I believe, wasn't it? His team.
Yes.
So he's okay. That's the best news, though, that he is individually okay. Down the line we go, then. There's Maria Boya. Sorry, Johnny Edgar. In a battle with Bortoletto. Goes to the inside line, down towards turn 1. And Bortoletto moves ahead now into 7th position. Johnny Edgar's under attack now from Mansell and Marty. So the 2 Campos closing back up. As we see Tusolo being passed by Browning, but Browning can't get through. Tusolo holds the position back. Browning tried to swing around the outside at turn 2 into 3, and it never ever works, that manoeuvre. Uphill to the kink at 4. So O'Sullivan leads by 1.8 seconds to Dino Beganovic. Then we see Forlaroli, Colapinto, Goethe, Aron, Edgar, Bortoletto, Mansell and Marty, the current top 10 your points scorers in this race. It's lap 6 of 19. We've completed the 5 of the distance. It's like a wake-up race, this one, isn't it? Everyone's just trying to get through it to sort of re-energise themselves. But whoever decided to put this on at this early in the morning, you really do need firing. Let's take a look at Montoya. What's he done? You were saying about the move, Synth, earlier on.
Yeah, oh, that's very late, and there's, I think, a bit of contact as well. Yeah, there is definitely. He's got some damage on the front wing.
And that's why, and Josh, that's why I'm talking. Every single practice we do together, I always talk about Montoya and Mini, both drivers that cannot be consistent.
To save
There's
their
another
life,
example
yeah.
of it. Add to the list.
They cannot stay consistently at all, as we see dive bomb maneuver coming in towards turn 1. Nice little move there. Oh, big
Oh,
lock
that's
up.
late.
That's too slow. Gone straight on. And Marty's past Mansell. Browning passes, as does Maria Boyer. He's going to have the inside line and shuts the door. Too slow, too late on the lock-up. So tyre wear already starting to become a factor. This is Marty. Nice little slipstream on Mansell. Pulled to the inside line and got ahead. Tyre wear's what we
Yeah, that's
mean.
how you overtake. That's how you overtake in the GRS train.
Oh, that's Marty! Trying to pass Edgar at the 6-7 chicane. Race control. Black and orange flag for Montoya. So it happened yesterday, it's happening again, and Marty's trying to... Well, now he's compromised his line. You've got to have one single line through this sector of the track, otherwise you just muck it up. We saw yesterday in qualifying the same thing. Here's Montoya. Sorry, I don't think you heard that radio. That was annoying. What he said basically was, is the front wing broken? Is the front wing broken? Yes, it is broken. So that's what he said on the radio. So he was asking the team, was it broken? I heard that radio, but nobody else did. That's weird. So as they come
You
down...
did turn it up first?
I turned it up, but I couldn't hear I think it was on mute. So I could hear it on the talkback, but you lot couldn't hear it. So we had a Sky moment there, sorry. Thought, perfect time to take a drink, there won't be any silence.
Yeah. Fire fast, Barnard, Tusler fast, Barnard. Oh, a lot of changes. Frederick fast mini, and there's Montoya. Getting a new front wing.
They're running out of spares this weekend. They've had to borrow from the many Red Bull liveries of Formula 2, I bet. Look at it.
Every weekend probably. he likes to damage them quite a bit.
He's like his father. I remember Montoya. Yeah, he's definitely like his dad. Juan Pablo Montoya, 2001 to 2006. Raced for BMW Williams and then went to McLaren Mercedes. Only won a few Grand Prix, but they were brilliant race wins. And I seem to remember as well, everybody knew Montoya was the real deal, where in the 2001 Brazilian Grand Prix at the restart, he slipped up the inside of Michael Schumacher and forced him off the track. At that time, Schumacher was the big deal. And everyone knew Montoya was for real. And then he got taken out of the race. Guess who took him out of the race? Jos Verstappen. He ran into the back of Montoya down at Ticino del Lago and knocked off his rear wing and beached himself. Yeah, it was really bad. Anyway, Goethe to the inside line, trying to make a move. And that's, yeah, hang on a minute. That is Colapinto at the inside, yeah, of Forlaroli. Goethe was behind, thought he was going to make a move there. Didn't. Now he's right behind his teammate down towards turn 2. Is there going to be a little move? Oh, they thought about it. They knew it could happen, but they decided, nope, I'll try again tomorrow.
Yeah, if you want to go all around the outside, then you have to be about alongside. Yeah, then you have to be fully alongside your rival, so then you can turn the, as Alex Jacques would say, the outside line to the inside line.
Yeah. And I'd love to tell you the fastest lap time, but the timer screen's not displaying it.
A lot of battles, but we contact.
Too slow on Barnard.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of make a penalty for that. That was a bit too late. It just locked up into the side of Taylor Barnard there.
Yeah, this and
This is
that.
Boya being overtaken.
Yeah, Boy has been passed by. I'm trying to work out who. Mansell. And Mansell's passed Browning as well. So Mansell's moved up the order quite a little bit, actually. And Johnny Edgar down to 10th now, passed by Mansell. So Mansell's up to 9th. Great little battle scrapping there. Tommy Tower. Yeah, Mansell's moved up 3 places in 1 lap. Turn 1, lap 8 incident involving cars 9, too slow, and 27, Taylor Barnard. No stage causing collision, as you said. Yeah.
Is Kalen Frederick okay?
Think so, why?
Oh, well, it's probably just me that ignored.
16th. Yeah, he's been passed by Saucy. Oh, hang on, yeah, you're right. Frederick's dropping down. Frederick has stopped on the track somewhere. Where is he? What's happened? He's down to 21st. Is he in the pit lane? Caelan Frederick has dropped down. He's in the pit lane. Frederick is into the pit lane as we see now Forlaroni battling with Ollie Goethe. And Goethe's gone round the outside. Coming into turn 2. A lovely move. And this is Frederick.
I think I have a puncture, mate. Just got a puncture out of nowhere.
And that's the tyre problems that we were all worried about. The reason this race has been decreased from 24 to 19 laps is the fact of these punctures and the high tyre wear. I don't think they can make it. And it was a puncture out of nowhere. So everyone's going to start blistering. Track temperature, 30 degrees. And it is a puncture.
It looks like we're going to get chaos. I would say it's been a bit calm, but I think we're going to get chaos now with more punches coming in. The driver's got to be super, super careful.
What's happening with the car killer? Trying to get some sort of dirt out of his cockpit there. He threw out a black tyre marble that must have flicked in. Must have been on his leg or something like that. Those things are hot, by the way, those marbles. You think they cool down quickly. Nope. They are really hot. Oh, and Frederick's out of the race with a puncture. What? Must be suspension then.
Yeah.
Yeah, might be.
I want to see a replay of it. Was it really a puncture or was it something else that maybe felt like a puncture?
I'm looking, can't see anything on the suspensions. Would a suspension failure feel like a puncture? I think it would, wouldn't it, with the sliding?
Yeah, it would, but
Yeah.
it didn't look like it. But yeah, you couldn't really see if there was a puncture as well. But well, I don't think we're going to see a replay either because why would we?
New Barta moves up.
Sophia Flores is in our picture in 21st. And she's going for a move.
Oh, is she going to get it? Yes!
Yes.
Up to 20th. Sophia Flörsch. Brilliant. First points came in Austria, but had their race cancelled, annoyingly. Turn 12, instant involving cars 21, Esterson, and 14, Montoya noted, forcing another driver off the track. So Montoya, I think, has forced off Esterson.
I have to say, Sophia is actually improving. She's in our picture now every single day on the timing page, on the Bolt feed. So, yeah.
Montoya and Cohen, no further action after a look on the investigation. So it was under investigation. We only got told it got noted by the stewards, so they were investigating it.
There was something with Esterson as well, so this was another moment.
They could have told us about it, to be fair. Could have informed us that there was going to be an investigation, so we could have prepared for it.
Here comes Aaron.
Is he going to have a nice slipstream down towards one with the DRS active? Polo on going for Leonardo Forlaroli on the inside line and gets ahead. Snaps the door shut. Bortoletto under pressure for Mansell, who locks up. And Bortoletto should be able to swing back through. Marty locking on and going straight on. Mansell's coming as well as Edgar.
That flat spot's really gonna hurt.
Go on.
Yeah, that flat spot now. You don't want to lock up in these with these tires. They're already struggling a lot with the tires, and now with a bit of a flat spot on the front left as well for Pepe Marti.
Feature race for Formula 2 is 9 a.m. So it begs the question. That is, of course, 10 a.m. over there in Europe. But it begs the question, why? Oh, hang on, this is Montoya on the opening lap when he's got wing damage, and this is the battle with the 21 of Maxwell Esterson. Yeah, Esterson forced Montoya off. Okay, that's now under investigation, I think.
He had damage anyways.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a penalty. Montoya was always going to sort of understeer off. But it begs the question, if there's an hour break, which is coming up, between Formula 3 and Formula 2, why did we need that break? Where in Silverstone 2 weeks ago, it was like a 20-minute break. Why do we need 40?
Usually it is. It's just like 20-30 minutes. It's never been this long.
And an early race as well. I don't know who's done this, but I never want to have that luxury again. Next week's worse. Oh my god.
Oh, next week's chaos.
I don't think I'll be here for Formula 3. I don't know which one I missed. Is it Formula 3? Is it Formula 2? I don't know.
Or is it both?
Could be even Porsche, I don't know. Oh, I'm not here for the Porsches, we know that. It's one of those races. I think there'll be 3 on at one time, you know. 3 events.
Yeah, it
Which
was a
one?
scheduled 50-minute break between Formula 3 and Formula 2. Of course, it's a bit. Oh,
Oh,
Mini!
Mini!
Late move.
And Too Slow's locked up again! The tyres just can't take it out here today.
They really can't. So yeah, this race should have just done. This race should have just been done a tiny bit later. No
Yeah.
point of the
Yeah.
hour break.
So there was a 50 minutes break scheduled between Formula 3 and Formula 2, which is now more because of the reduced laps. And then there will also be a 50-minute break between Formula 2 and the Porsche Supercup.
50?
There was,
For
yeah, also
God's
50.
sake, why? I mean, I'm happy I get to have breakfast, but why? I'd much
Usually it's always
rather-
like 20-30 minutes.
Yeah. That's a long call. Really long
So-
call, actually.
Someone who doesn't have breakfast, it's a bit annoying.
Yeah.
I'm literally just gonna stand here and be bored and wait. patiently.
You've got to have breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day.
No, I never have it. Only just lunch, and then I have dinner.
You never
Done.
have breakfast.
I just don't get the time. I'm just either playing games or doing something or shouting Alex Jake's phrases or I'm
That's true.
wasting my time with other stuff.
I love a bit of brekkie. That's how good the race is, by the way. We're talking about breakfast.
Well, Sintel, how was the F1 qualifying for you? As we haven't, I mean, we did see you in IndyCar, but yeah, as that's Barnard.
Yeah, it was interesting qualifying. I was hoping Norris would take pole, to be honest.
That was my prediction as well. I've got
Marty.
Norris to pick a winner, though.
Yeah, Marty passed Fornaroli. There you go.
That's up
So
to
we didn't
6th
see that
position.
one.
Yeah. Saw him fly up on the timing tower, but he's moved up now into 6th position. This is it. So you want to talk us through it, Amy?
So, is it going to be a late send? Ooh, that's a late one into turn 2.
Come on, Isha.
You'll absolutely want to watch that one back.
Look at those tires. They're really struggling, but a late move in turn 2, you don't have to see that. Penalty. It's all of 10 seconds.
Yeah. That would be for forcing another driver off the track, I reckon. Or is
Yeah,
it
that's
track
It's harsh
limits?
then.
Yeah. Let's see.
Not telling
waiting
us.
for it. There you go.
Causing a collision, yeah.
Collision.
That is harsh. Usually it's a 5 second, but they must have deemed it as too much. 5 to go.
Well, in F3 and F2 they usually give 10 seconds, and then in F1 they just give 5 all the time. Mostly.
Was it that slight contact in turn 1, which this penalty is for?
Yes, yeah. Again,
It
really
barely
harsh.
had any effect on anything.
Well, the stewards are, you know, the stewards. They are sometimes wrong, but mainly wrong. They've never been right. As
They're so
Ram-
strict in F2 and F3, but very lenient in
Edgar.
F1.
Oh, that's going to be hard. Mansell trying to get passed by Johnny Edgar. Edgar went round the outside, had to cut back. Now he's going to go right round the outside. Got the DRS. Oh, late switch. And he's locked up and
Oh.
nearly hits Mansell. And here comes Maria Boy around the outside. And he's being forced off by Browning. And into the... here comes Hugh Barter as well. This is Oliver 9th position.
All going crazy here. All going crazy finally as all the drivers start to lose grip, you start to lose traction everywhere, you're sliding off the racing line. It's kind of like it's raining where you're just sliding off everywhere and you're really struggling to get on the power, really struggling on the traction as we are still trying to go all the way around the outside. But they're not being able to make the move Barter, but Bortoleto, big lead. Sullivan will take second after Marty not having got the best of the races this weekend. Marty once again a tiny bit off the racing line. So he's taking a different racing line, but he's staying close, I have to say, this time around. But he's lifted a tiny bit because he placed the car on the inside line. Dude, there was a car wider just
Yeah.
ahead,
Yeah.
might have been. But
Browning.
it's all going to kick off now with this battle.
Oh, big oversteer as well. Stewards says cars 21, Esterson and 40 Montoya in investigation. So Esterson will probably get a penalty.
Yeah, I think so too. It really was forcing off the track, though. Montoya had damage anyway, so he probably wouldn't have made a corner anyways. But yeah, I think it will be a penalty.
And remain it consistent as well with what we've seen this weekend from the stewards.
Yeah.
As around the outside again, Maria Boyer having the battle with Luke Browning, and he gets the move done on the outside line into turn 1, and Browning tries to cut back, but it's no cigar. Now he's under pressure from Hugh Barter. Taylor Barnard coming into it. Finally, though, up front, Mansell in P9, battling Johnny Edgar, who's right on the outside at turn 2. He can't get the switchback working into 3. So again, that has not worked out as we look at Gabriel Bortoleto.
Really nice battles going on in the back then. And then, you know, after turn 3, it's just a bit of a waiting period until we get back onto the main straight.
Whoa.
Aston does get a 5-second time penalty for forcing another driver off the track,
So
like we expected.
Yeah, Tuslo gets 10, and yet
Yeah,
Aston
because there was a bit of
gets 5.
contact, I guess.
Oh my word.
It was because of causing a collision. This is because of forcing another driver off the back.
Yeah, make it make sense. That's all we want, and it never happens. O'Sullivan, Boganovic, Colapinto, Goethe are on the top 5. 3 to go. 18 minutes left, by the way, in the race. That's how crazy this is. Oh, what's happened to the TV pictures? A little bit of a off moment. And we're going to see a little drama as they exit the last corner. This is Bortoleto. Now with the DRS on his teammate Forlaroli, of course. Bortoleto, our championship leader, should be able to take the teammate with ease into turn 1 and does so for 7th position. Make it now 5 World Championship points in offer. And that's a big one for the title as well. Big up. As Edgar's past Mansell. Finally. And Mansell trying to go around the outside. And he's locked up. Real Boy is going to come back on the inside line. Mansell shuts the door.
Oh, who's that?
Oh,
That,
Going very wide.
and with blue smoke coming off the
Barnard.
tyre, that's Barnard's. I thought it was a puncture, but I think he's overcooked it.
yeah, he was going well towards Barter, so. And Luke Browning was involved in that battle, so. Yeah, that's probably why it was off. But, yeah, we're starting to get a bit of chaos with Evan struggling for grip. This is the move again. Very simple pass. One of the easier moves of this weekend in Formula 3.
Very nicely done. Up the inside. Let's have a back to live pictures. There's Paula on. Where is he on the field? Where is Paula on? 5th.
5.
Jose Maria Marti closing him in. Frederick, as we know, definitely out of the race. No idea why at the moment. Let's hear from Mansell.
Behind Mansell on the radio.
So Chris, he's only quicker than us in the last corner. I hate to be rude, but no.
Brilliant. I hate to be rude, but yeah. Sherlock worked that one out. As they come down towards turn 1. Look at the rear tyre sitting in the bottom corner. It is absolutely shredded for Paula on.
Yeah. But I still doubt Frederick retired because of a puncture, because of the...
Oh!
Oh!
That is
Mansell.
Mansell locking
Mansell.
up, and Boyer's going to go through with ease. Mansell again having issues down at turn 1, and now we've got behind Browning and Hugh Barter. Barter's going through. Browning's on the inside line, coming into it as well as the 27. And there's just a little bit of drama coming into it as well. Barnard can't get through this time around. This is just
Flourish.
Where is she? 19th.
And she'll also gain 1 position due to Esterson's penalty. So 18th for now, provisionally.
Sophia Flörsch making her way through the field brilliantly. And this is what happened. Look at this. So Boyer's going to go for the move. Then Mansell just locks up.
Big lockup covering the inside line. And he's really struggling. Really is struggling. So, not what you want. And yeah, and this is where we usually see maybe some punches on this lap, maybe about 1 or 2 if someone's gone absolutely crazy. Sullivan's gap has come down, I have to say, quite a bit. it was about over 4 seconds, so not too much, but unless his tires fully fall off the cliff and he's off the road or he has a massive lock-up, he should be safe on his way to victory ahead of his teammate Beganovic.
Shin has been given a black and orange disc flag, by the way. Ruhin Shin down in the car 31 in 27th place. This is the final lap. Prema going to take a very popular 1-2 here at the Hungaroring. O'Sullivan ahead of Dino Beganovic. And Johnny Edgar's passed Fowler early across the line. And we're looking at Gabriel Mini. He's 16th fastest at the moment. And, oh, a little bit of oversteer. Just get these tyres one more lap. That's all you got to do. Oh, never mind. 3 wide. Mansell trying to get back past. That's Browning who's got back ahead. Here comes Barnard and Hugh Barter into the mix. And there's Mini just watching on in the background saying, well, I can't get that close enough. My tyres are too dead.
Yeah, and they're really close together, but you know around this track you can't really make an overtake through, past turn 1 and 2. You gotta be really optimistic if you wanna, and opportunistic if you wanna go for a move. Maybe in the chicane.
Oh, thought about it. Nope. Come on, find the attack. Find that pace that you can get through. There's Barter. But across the line and taking the checkered flag, Zach O'Sullivan wins. Dino Beganovic is second, and Franco Colapinto is third. A very well done for Zach O'Sullivan. A win again here this season to go alongside his 2 sprint wins. He's now got 2 feature wins as well this year and gets himself back in the title hunt. Goethe, Aron, Marty across the line, Bortoletto, Edgar, but what's going to happen with the final couple of points? Boyer in 10th, Mansell will just hold off for 11th, followed then by Browning across the line to Hugh Barter, Taylor Barnard and Gregoire Saucy, and then Gabriel Mini 16th. And Villa Gomez, Esterson, Sophia Flörsch will come home in 19th place. Getting better every weekend. Colette 20th, Farah 21st, Tusalo 22nd, Cohen ahead of Bedrin, Tusalo drops to 24th, then Montoya, Tusalo dropping down to 25th now, Garcia, Gray, Shin, Smith, and out of the race the only one was Frederick. Let's hear from Zach O'Sullivan.
Now moves to second in the championship.
Yeah. Nice one, guys. Oh yeah, the base is really good. Thank you very much.
That's the way we do it. Bravo, bravo, Zach. Bravo, bravo. And I would like to give it to Pedro, okay? He deserves it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This one's for Pedro. I know you have a tough time, mate, but thank you, guys. This is Pedro.
Brilliant race. What do you make of it, Synth?
Yeah, it was a bit calmer, just for Formula 3. It's a bit of a calmer race compared to others, but I think that's usually the case maybe on Hungary. Just a bit of a slower race until we prepare for the next one.
Yeah, good race, guys. Very well done. Congrats for the win, Zach. Thanks, Danny, for the support. Grazie, Ale, and everybody in the team.
It's 4 podiums now for Dino Beganovic.
Yeah, but I think this is just a bit of a calmer race, and then maybe just waiting for 2 tracks where we always see some incredible racing, of course, around Spa and Monza, especially Monza. Is there some in between? Oh, I forgot. Well, anyways, I think this usually Hungary is maybe one of the relatively not much going on, but it was still a very nice race.
So what do you make of it, Omi?
Absolutely brilliant. Formula 3, great race once again. But it did go quite it did go quiet at times while we were talking about breakfast and all sorts of other stuff. But also the tires falling off the cliff, really giving us some action right at the end, and we did have some moves throughout. But I think the Formula 2 feature race is going to be miles better, as Formula 2 always delivers for me. So
will be a better race, will be a good race as well when we come through. I've just remembered why I don't post on TikTok a lot anymore. All those hateful comments I've just noticed through as well, which is always fun. Deleted them now, though. I mean, it's all well and good, but don't ever call me a Drive to Survive fan. Don't you even dare. I was watching Formula One when Murray Walker was commentating, I'll have you know. Oh, do you know, that's really annoyed me. Don't ever call me a Drive to Survive fan. I know more about Formula One than they probably do. I've been watching this sport for over 23 years now. I didn't watch it when I was 1, obviously. Well, I did, but I've been watching this sport since 2001, when I've got every single thing. I've grown up with this sport. Trust me when I say this.
I've made a feature on your TikTok then.
Oh, good, yeah. Oh, do not... I've deleted it. Do not make me... Call me a Drive to Survive fan.
Who did?
No.
On which post?
Oh, it was on that latest Hamilton comment as well. I just deleted it because it really annoyed me. He's like, do not call me a Drive to Survive fan. Said that we're ruining the sport. I was like, get lost. I am more than a Drive to Survive fan. That's not gatekeeping, but just don't... I love Drive to Survive fans as well, because they're so passionate about wanting to know the history of the sport and wanting to know things. But don't you dare call me one! That is offensive! It's so offensive!
I mean, to be honest, it doesn't even make too much sense, because if you're a Drive to Survive fan, you wouldn't know how much desperately Hamilton needs it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What happened yesterday, it was a huge relief, because it's not even like, oh good, Red Bull aren't winning anymore, the king, Lewis Hamilton is back and all that. No, it's not that. It was for Lewis's mental sake that he needed a pole to get that off his back. The same reason he needs a win. It's been he hasn't won since 2021, hasn't had a pole since 2021. For Lewis Hamilton in Formula One, that's unheard of. So it was just such a relief to see him have a bit of happiness yesterday. And I'm hoping today is going to be a very exciting race between Verstappen and Hamilton. And throwing the McLarens, I'm actually, for once, looking forward to a Grand Prix. So yeah.
You also know all of your facts as well, so I don't know what he's going at.
Oh no, that's. I mean,
unless he was calling me Drive to Survive fan.
It was aimed at me. We're doing some interviews already. Are we going to hear from our... No, we're not. Can't see anyone down there to interview. No Alex Brundle, as far as I can see. No, he's in the box, so I can hear him.
This 1 hour break is going to have me...
Well, it's only 50 minutes. It'll only be... For us, it'll only be 45 minutes.
Yeah.
At least the podium will not be cut off, because there's nothing to show after this.
Finally. They're getting in trouble for that, you know, Sky. Like, they're getting in trouble because they're contracted to show everything, and they don't.
Well, the F3 one doesn't get cut off often.
I think I've only seen the F2 sprint podium 3 times this year.
Yeah, they love doing that.
The feature's fine, but everything else is like... So, there's everybody watching on. As we get onto the podium time now. 3rd place for Franco Colapinto. A good race for the Argentine 20-year-old in the MP Motorsport. Dino Beganovic, the 19-year-old rookie from Sweden, finishing in 2nd position. But Zach O'Sullivan, the British 18-year-old, already this year has won 2 sprints and a feature. He now takes his 2nd feature win of the year, 4th in total, and moves up into closing in on the championship battle between himself and Gabriel Bortoleto. Let's hear the British national anthem. notification on my watch saying, "It looks like you're awake. Would you like to turn off your alarm?" Yes, please. I've been awake for 2 hours now. Up goes the trophy for Zach O'Sullivan. Extremely well done. Prema get their Constructors trophy. They've won now 5 races, 3 sprints and 2 features. They close the gap in the standings to Trident. In fact, I think they might overtake them as well after this weekend. Second place, Dino Beganovic. And third place for Franco Colapinto. And now, it's champagne time! A great race weekend for FIA Formula 3. Next up, it's the legendary, the fearsome Spa-Francorchamps in 7 days' time before we go to the summer break. The penultimate round of the title next week, of course. 7 of 9 complete. 2 left here at Spa in 7 days. And then we go to Monza in early September. And then it wraps up this year's title. It's going to be very exciting to see what happens at Spa. Synthel, what have you made of this weekend's F3? Well, this race mainly.
Yeah, well, it's a good, calmer race, and I think we're waiting just for next week until the chaos. We get another big of chaos for Formula 3.
Omi, what have you made of it?
Absolutely incredible F3 weekend, but I think Formula 2 once again will be even better coming up. But great Formula 3 weekend, enjoyed it, some great wins, and yeah, it's been a good F3 weekend.
Well, 7 days' time, we do it all again. Spa-Francorchamps. It's going to be a very fascinating weekend of action. Let's take a look at how they finished. Zach O'Sullivan victorious, with Dino Beganovic in second. Franco Colapinto is in third. Fourth place, Ollie Goethe. Couldn't quite do what he did at Silverstone to take a race win, but they're in fifth place. Paul Aron, 6th, Jose Maria Marti, 7th, Gabriel Bortoletto, 8th, Johnny Edgar, 9th for Leonardo Fulleroni, 10th, Maria Boya. And then further down, 11th for Christian Mansell, 12th for Luke Browning, 13th, Ubata, 14th, Taylor Barnard, 15th for Gregoire Saucy, 16th, that goes to Gabriel Mini, 17th for Rafael Villagomez. Sophia Flörsch, 18th place for her. Brilliant result. Kyle Collette, 19th, and Roberto Ferrer takes it for 20th. Last few pages of drivers as well. It's going to be Maxwell Esterson in 21st position, Ida Cohen 22nd, Nikita Bedrin 23rd, Sebastian Montoya 24th, Nicola Tusolo 25th, Alessandro Garcia 26th, Oliver Gray 27th, Woo-Hin Shin is 28th, Tommy Smith 29th, and the only driver to retire, Caleb Frederick, suspected puncture. We're also hearing suspension problems. We'll get all that later on in the Hungarian Chronicles as well. 7 days' time then, Spa-Francorchamps. Another 2 races on the 28th to the 30th of July, and then the 1st to the 3rd of September will be in Monza to round out the season. Not long left then in the campaign. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.